That scene also made me feel really uncomfortable. Like, I think we witnessed something like that was about to get bad.
No, dude. I think you're buying into movie magic and editing too much.
You gotta look pretty.
Sorry to interrupt, Mayor.
Sound problem. I think we'll cancel interview.
Drive-by movies, you're watching.
Fresh releases.
My name's Blaise.
And I am James.
And this week, we're talking Borat, the subsequent movie film.
And while the risk of coronavirus remains low, as the president said yesterday, we're ready for anything.
Michael Penis, I brought the girl for you.
Borat's subsequent movie film.
So this subsequent sequel film you speak of, I guess it's a follow-up to a 2006 comedy centering on the real-life adventures of a fictional Kazakhstan television journalist named Borat. I think the main horror of 2020 is the fact that I'm hearing people do Borat impressions again. Like, after everything we've experienced this year, just so much, civil unrest, COVID, and just like lots of wild things going on with this presidency election. We're currently filming on election day this moment. I think the worst thing of 2020 is the idea that people are doing very nice again. Like, I'm just like, stop it. I can't with y'all. I hated the first Borat, but I think your thoughts or my thoughts are going to surprise you though, but I'm curious to hear what you thought about it, Blaise.
Well, first off, thanks for making it look like I didn't vote. Then I want to see, yes, this is me, Borat.
Where's your sticker, bro?
Is that a good impress? That went straight into the trash after I voted. This is my 80th sticker at this old ripe age. But anyways, yeah, getting into Borat, every 8 years we get a new president. Seems like I don't even know, when was the last Borat movie? I guess it was way over 8 years.
2006, yeah.
So, yeah, I definitely could have done without a new Borat movie. I felt like there were times that it was, like, pretty funny. Like, actually, it was pretty funny to start, and then it just dropped off, and then it really got hard to watch towards the end. And not even hard to watch because, like, it was so horrifying or any of the things that you really see in the movie, but it was so annoying. Like, I felt like the characters were the most annoying characters ever. I know so many people are singing praises of Borat's daughter, Tutar Sagiev, played by Maria Bakalova, and I think she has potential to be a really good actress. Like, I'm sure she's been in some good movies before. I just couldn't stand her in this entire movie though.
Can't drive. It's impossible woman to drive. No.
So yeah, my thoughts were kind of like on the opposite end, where I was like regretting going in, because I saw the first Borat when it came out on DVD, like maybe 2 years after it came out. I remember my parents loved it. They saw it in theaters. They bought the DVD, and just one day I just watched it, and I was not into it. It wasn't my style of humor, but I had seen clips of the Ali G show. And you had shown me a couple clips actually, and I did enjoy that show for the most part, but seeing like a 90-minute movie with this character, like there were some funny moments in it, but as a whole, like I just couldn't stand it. It just like, I was just like, all right, this feels like a elongated SNL skit. Like its welcome is like gone now. Like I don't care for this movie. Like I really dislike that movie. Maybe if I rewatch it now, I might appreciate it a little more, since I actually somewhat enjoyed this one. I hated the first 30 minutes or so. And then we got into the second 30 minutes when his daughter kind of makes it into America. At first I found her a little annoying, but then as their like father-daughter relationship started to develop and he started to like see signs of like how much he loves her and stuff, I started to get more into the movie as well. And I was just like, okay, this is funny. It all started with, I guess, the scene where she eats the little cake plastic angel, and then they go to this like abortion clinic doctor or whatever. That scene was just like killing me. I was dying laughing during that, and that's when I started to enjoy myself. But downfall is this movie is way too long. I did enjoy the second and third act for the most part. I thought it was a lot better than the first half hour of the movie. But yeah, I enjoyed it, and I see why a lot of people are enjoying this one. Is it better than the first one? In my opinion, yes, because I couldn't stand the first one. Am I ever going to watch this movie again? Probably not. But what were some of the stuff also that you despise though?
literally the scene you talked about was the moment I just wanted to turn it off. Like, I think honestly I did turn it off and just took a break, and then revisited like 2 days later, and I was like, all right, I still have like 40 more minutes left in this movie. All right, I hope this goes quickly. And it just like progressively got worse and worse. And it wasn't really, it's like, I think for me, maybe with the first one, because it was less like politically motivated than this movie. This movie is like entirely politically motivated, and I don't mind. Like, it's not like I felt like it was just poking fun at people I felt like sorry for, because I despise those people too, like Sacha Baron Cohen clearly does. But I just felt sorry. I felt sorry for them. The two guys that he's staying in their house, that entirely feels scripted. I know that one of the fun facts is that, you know, he had to keep in character the whole time. I'm pretty sure they've seen the film Borat. Like, it's just, it doesn't feel like authentic. Like, if there's often times where it just feels like he's like poking fun at people that either know that they're on camera or that, you know, you just assume are so stupid that they don't know. But half the time I feel like these people do know that something's up. I mean, there's a camera clearly there. Like, one of the scenes I thought was like the most funny was the fax machine and the guy that worked at like the fax machine place.
Okay, what do you want to say?
Sup. S-U-P.
Sorry, not for you. I was sexting my sister.
But that guy's like still kind of having fun, even though they're so ridiculous. He's like reading it out loud to Borat, like, but you could tell he's in on the joke. It's not like making fun of him for the fact that he owns a fax machine place. It's just like making fun of the fact that he has to keep reading it aloud in front of Borat, and they're always so ridiculous. Yeah, like that was the comedy I could get behind. But then when it was clearly poking fun at people because maybe their views are you know, less open-minded or even laughable when you look at the two conspiracy theorists, or even, you know, if you want to get really dark and you look at the people that were at that like, I think it was an anti-COVID rally or something, and like, obviously that's stuff that I don't agree with. Obviously the filmmaker puts their dick on the table, you know, metaphorically, and that they really think these people are stupid, which, I mean, fair. I'm probably not gonna say it to their face though, and then just putting it out for everyone to laugh on screen in front of them. I just felt sorry for a lot of those people. Like, whether I despise them or not really isn't the point, I guess. It's just like, it just feels bad. Like, it didn't feel fun like watching those bits. It just felt like, man, I don't know. It's the same thing with like a lot of things like you strongly believe in, and then someone's like, you know, I like a flat earther, for example. Like, it's just low-hanging fruit. Like, you can't, like, making fun of a flat earther, it just feels like bullying because it's kind of sad.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that was one thing also I wasn't really, like, buying for the whole part. I was just like, there's no way, like, this is, like, I know they're going for that unscripted feel, but, like, you know, I feel like Sacha Baron Cohen, like, even though he's not, like, the biggest box office success, like, he was when the first one came out, like, I feel like just, you know, it's so engraved into our like meme world or society. Everyone knows who he was, and like I was cringing kind of every moment where like he was like trying to, you know, camouflage himself or blend in and try to hide the fact that he was Borat. I liked when he first comes to America, he's like, oh shit, I'm a celebrity and stuff, like everyone recognizes me, so he had to buy all these disguises, and like it's a funny concept, but I was just like, everyone's got to know, like, you know, that this is definitely like a scripted weird show and stuff. And one of my favorite shows starting out was the Eric Andre show. I thought it was hilarious, but you know, then it became too gimmicky, I thought, in its last season, just because he got popular. Everyone knew who he was, so some of the jokes like weren't working as much.
Let me in. Let me in.
I think it's hard for the Jackass crew to go anywhere without people recognizing him now and expecting a stunt out of it. I remember Steve-O recently was like tied to a billboard and stuff, and I got an update from the Citizen app like, man is tied to a billboard and duct taped to a billboard. I was like, what the heck? And I opened, I'm like, oh, it's Steve-O. Like, why is it saying like a man? It's definitely a stunt and stuff. That's a downfall of these kind of like hidden camera style movies. Like, it's a cool concept, but when, you know, it's someone who's so popular, it does make it less believable and stuff. And some of the scenes did work for me and I thought were funny. Like, I mean, of course, I thought it was hilarious, him dressing up as a fake Trump at that rally with Mike Pence. I was surprised like how wild that was, and I'm surprised I didn't hear about that. Like, I mean, I looked up articles and it was a real thing that happened, as well as the thing with Giuliani, the mayor from New York and stuff. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name, but that scene also made me feel really uncomfortable. Like, I think we witnessed something like that was about to get bad.
I think you're buying into movie magic and editing too much. I think that's the issue with a lot of like this is he just picks low-hanging fruit and it just gets kind of like, it's kind of cringe. I don't think this film's gonna really like age well and like even by next year. Like, I think it's just gonna end up being like really cringe, like the whole way it's gonna age, because like I don't know, that whole like making it look like Rudy Giuliani's like jerking off like in it, like in his pants, like it just, I feels kind of bad too. Like, I don't know, he definitely did him dirty. He was clearly taking it, like the mic out of his pants, and it makes it look like he's like grabbing his dick and like jerking it. Like, I don't know, it's just super cringe, I thought.
I don't know, he made me feel uncomfortable, man, still, regardless. I don't know what it was, but yeah.
I think it's fair he might be like a creepy older guy, but I don't think he was gonna jerk off like on like I don't know, it just seemed stupid. Like the rest of the, like most of the film, like it just seemed like they picked low-hanging fruit that's just not gonna age well, because it's really just punching down. That was kind of what was the most annoying aspects for me, just from like the filmmaking perspective. But then when it comes to the acting of like Borat and like his daughter, it was just annoying. I don't know. It was like it seems like all these sequels we get nowadays, like, let's bring in their son or daughter, and this was the worst one for me. Like, I didn't mind Bill and Ted, but this was just one where I was like, oh god, I can only handle one of you. Borat, the first Borat was fine. Two of you is just it was too much.
Yeah, I totally get that, because this is a movie I don't think, well, maybe some people were asking for it. I definitely wasn't, and I was really upset that we were going into this movie and stuff. I guess just because I went in with such reluctance, like I'm coming out like, wow, that actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be and stuff. That's kind of where I'm like leaning towards. But I agree though, like with it being more mean-spirited and stuff. Like I always remember the Jackass crew saying it best and stuff. Like, if you're gonna do jokes or pranks out in the wild and stuff, you have to be the butt of the joke and stuff, not the other people and stuff, because then it just comes off very mean-spirited. I totally get that vibe and stuff. Like, yeah, I don't agree with a lot of the politics that we saw within this that they're making fun of and stuff, but you know, like sometimes it is like just pretty cringy, and I just feel uncomfortable and just like, oh, I need to look away. And I did have to take breaks also. Like I said, I watched it in 3 different 30-minute segments, and like, yeah, I had to take breaks. Like, I watched the first 30 minutes, I was hating it, then the second 30 minutes, like, all right, that was a little bit entertaining. Then it fell a little bit more flat again at the last 30 minutes, but like I was just like, overall, like, it was a satisfying watch for me and wasn't as bad as I expected.
Most definitely. So yeah, I think if you're gonna check it out, it is available to watch on Amazon Prime. If you guys would like to support the show, we do have an Amazon affiliate link, which you can find in the description box below to support the show. I think you should check it out if you are so inclined. Was not my favorite movie of 2020 though.
Yeah, this is a movie that if you're gonna ever watch it, you have to watch it like now in this year. It's very present to what's going on right now in 2022 when like COVID, you know, it's still going to be a thing, you know, but we all forget about it a lot more and stuff. Like, this movie's going to feel very less relevant. So yeah, another way also to help us out though is by leaving a comment. Let us know what you thought about the movie or our thoughts on the movie, whether you agree with Blaise or I, you know, let us know. We'd love to hear about it. If you haven't, please subscribe and hit that notification bell also to get all our latest updates.
And if you guys haven't seen yet, we are new to Instagram. Go ahead, click that link down below to go visit our Instagram page. Anyways, guys, that's it for this week on Fresh Releases. Tune in next week for a brand new video.